Welcome to the next episode of my board game reviews. I want to thank you guys for coming to watch the video. You guys are awesome. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome as well. If you're not a Patreon supporter, you should totally go be a Patreon supporter. I've got different tier levels. You get different perks, all that fun stuff. There's a t-shirt level. There's a fan club level. You get a fan club shirt, all that fun stuff. Plus, you get to help me get new equipment. I've gotten a new ring light recently, and I'm working towards to raise money to go to space camp, hopefully this year. We'll see if I have, time off and all that, but at least want to go to space camp this year or next year. So I'm trying to raise funds for that. The game I'm doing today is Pandemic. Pandemic I've had for like a year or two, I think, a few years. I think it's a really cool game. It makes their booklet's a little kind of wordy, but you can watch reviews online and watch people play it, and it makes sense. So the goal, the gist of the game is that the world is becoming infected in different locations, and you must go cure them so that there's not an epidemic. This is the board. So you can see that there's a whole world. They picked out locations and cities and all that. And you notice that the cities have different colors. That's based off different infections and diseases and all that fun stuff. The cool thing about this game, which they make you like put these down and pick out of a hat for your roles, but I like to kind of pick one because I like being certain roles. So each role has a different one. There's like researcher, there's operations expert, scientist, quarantine specialist, contingency planner, medic, and dispatcher. All things are needed during, an epidemic of some sorts to help make sure that, researcher can figure out kind of what's going on. Operations expert can be like help to make sure that if there's evacuations needed of healthy citizens to get those healthy citizens out of there. The scientist, because they, do science, find cures. Quarantine specialist, help make sure that the infection is not spread. Contingency planner helps make sure that, if, we were to lose a city, how do we survive, we lose a power plant, something like that. Then the medic, because it's a medic, and dispatcher to help make sure the people are dispatched to the proper locations. Those are kind of all things that are kind of needed during one of those. So each of them has different things they do, and different specialties. So it depends on what you get, how it will help you in the game, which is how this game keeps changing up, because if you don't have the same, pawn piece every time, different role, it changes the game up, makes it, different for you. They have expansions for this game, which is kind of cool. I've not gotten them yet. I've been staring at them, but I bought other games instead because I want to try new games. It's kind of what I went down the path for. And then they've got some they're called like Season 1, Season 2, and they're basically games that you play once and you throw away. I would not throw it away. I'd make sure that, I wouldn't destroy the game, and so I could play it again if I ever wanted to. You saw like the diseases, they give these little cubes to help display the disease on the board. And what happens is that these cards are used to determine where the disease is, and then based off when it's pulled is how many cubes of that disease gets put in that city. And your goal is to go around each city and you gather these other cards that then have cities and the colors on them. So the color matches the city. And you basically get them kind of move around the board to get to that city. And if you have, that X amount of cards that are that color, then you can go eradicate a cube from that board or something. Or some roles even have a way they can eradicate a cube. So you remove one cube per disease, I guess, or something. I'm trying to remember the full rules on that because it's been a while since I played. But like, for example, like the medic, if they, try to go treat it, they actually can remove all the cubes of that single color from that thing. Different roles can do different things that will help. And the goal is to cure the stuff, as I said, but there's certain things that you can do that will actually hurt you. And there's a whole outbreak thing over here that tracks it, and if you hit the bottom of it, then you're dead. And then there's it has the bottom to show you which ones you've cured and not. It's got really cute little tokens too. I mean, it's got the little medicine bottles, and it has like a sign on it when you've eradicated and when you've not eradicated it, so you can kind of tell. And there's like these research centers that help cure diseases and all that. It's all this fun stuff. I don't want to go too much into the details of the game currently because then it's a little bit too much details. But overall, it's really a fun game. Well, it takes a little bit to get started, as I said. It took me a little bit to get started anyways. It's a teamwork-based game. You don't, like, if you lose, everyone loses. So you want to make sure you're cooperative and working together. You can do things with your players and helping each other get the right cards you need. You can trade cards, you can help people move people around the map. Definitely would recommend it. Definitely gonna have to check out the expansions at some point. I gotta give us a rating. As I said, out of hugs, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. I'd give this probably about like a 7 out of 10 hugs, just because it took me a little bit to get started up with the game and learn how to do it and play it. Just finding the time to find other people to play with me, which also probably had me not start up as fast as I wanted to. It's played between 2 to 4 players. It takes about 45 minutes, the box says, but it varies based on your abilities and your skill levels, your skill of the game. And who's 8 and older will understand this game. Definitely a fun family game. If you're looking for family board game nights, I will have to try out get an expansion pack at some point, and I'll tell you what about it. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.